Hey, good people. Good morning. How are you? It's good we've woken up this morning, and we really thank the Lord for having woken up as having let us wake up this morning. So we should really thank God. This morning, I want people to show you how I do my tea. I know it's obvious how to cook tea, but there's a way of how some people cook tea, and there's a way of how others cook tea. So I want to show you how I do my tea. So usually I take a ginger, the natural ginger is what I use for my tea. So I take natural ginger. So I usually take my natural ginger. I cut it into small pieces. I'm going to show you. I cut it into small pieces and then I put it in my um, tea. So usually I put water and then I mix it with milk and then I put it in my ginger. So I let it boil before I put in my tea leaves. So I'm going to show you my ginger. So that's my ginger. I've cut it from the big stalk. I've cut a small, quite a piece of which I'm going to cut it into other small pieces. So after I cut it into small pieces, then I put it in my milk and water. So I've already cut it into my small pieces. So I'm putting it now in my milk and water. So I've put it in my milk and water. So those are the ginger pieces you can see inside. So once the mixture of milk and water boils, then I'll put my tea leaves. Let it boil for 5 minutes before I remove my tea. So in a while I'll put my tea leaves. So I'll let this first boil, put my tea leaves, and after putting my tea leaves, let it boil for 5 minutes because the tea leaves has to cook very well. So make sure the tea leaves cooks very well before you remove your tea. So you can see now my water is boiling, my water and milk is boiling, the mixture of water and milk is boiling. So after this, I'm going to put my tea leaves. I've put my tea leaves. So now the tea is boiling. So I let it boil for 5 minutes, and then after that, I'm going to remove it and serve it. So people, this is just your dongo. This is just your dongo. That's my YouTube channel. Please remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. So my tea has already boiled at least 5 minutes. Now it's ready for drinking. So I'm going to remove it and serve it. Hey, good people. I've been showing you how to cook, how I do cook my tea. And now I want to show you how I do cook my pumpkin leaves. Um, Usually when I buy my pumpkin leaves, I wash them and first first I start by removing some things from the stalk. There are things that look like a string that come out of the stalk. So I remove those things first, and then after that, I cut them. I usually cut them if I wash them. So when I remove those things from the strings, when I remove the strings from, they look like strings actually, from the stalk, I cut and then I wash very well. So I wash it extremely very well. So after washing it, then I boil. I boil it for just a short time. So once it boils, I will remove it and then I will fry it. So I'm going to show you how to fry it. So as usual, I usually start with my onions. First I heat the oil. Once the oil is heat, I put my onions. Once they turn golden brown, then I put my pumpkin leaves. So onions, and then there is my pan with oil inside. So I'm going to make it hot. So I've now started making it hot. So once it's hot enough, I'll put my onions inside. So I'm going to show you my pumpkin leaves. So these are my pumpkin leaves. As you can see in my bowl, in my lunch box, are my pumpkin leaves. So those are the ones I'm gonna cook. So I have a lot. I have 2 lunch boxes. So I have this one. See? So this is what I'm gonna cook. So in a while, once the the onions turn golden brown, I'll put my pumpkin leaves. I've already put my onions, they are cooking now. Once they cook and turn golden brown, you keep stirring until they turn golden brown. Once they cook and turn golden brown, then I put my pumpkin leaves. First I put salt, and then I put my pumpkin leaves. Just enough salt, not too much, not too little, just enough salt. Hey good people, so now I've already put my pumpkin leaves, so they're now going to cook it for a while, and then after I'm going to remove it and serve it for eating. So I'll serve it with my ugali as usual. So once they are cooked, serve it with my ugali. So it's just very important that you see the process of what I've done. So some people usually add milk. So sometimes I usually add milk. So at times I add some milk, at times I don't add. So this time round I'm not adding any milk, so I'm just doing plain.